Hello, I'd like to demonstrate a proof of concept that we've been working on at Darwino. Specifically, it's to run an XPages application unchanged on both Domino, which to be fair is normal, also on Java EE server, such as in this case Liberty, and then also on Android, running entirely on the device. So to start out here, you can see this is a normal, fairly normal Domino login page. I'll log in here, and it's an XPages application, nothing too fancy. I can create a new contact. I have a randomized name button here. The reason why this is useful, aside from just filling in the form more quickly, is that this is showing both a backing bean, it's an application scope bean, but also server JavaScript running and accessing that bean. So it's stored in a server JavaScript library, and this is to demonstrate this running the same way across platforms. So fill this in, save it, and then create a document. That in itself, nothing particularly fancy. That's just how XPages works. Now I'll go over here and load the same application up on WebSphere Liberty. So this is running Open Liberty. This is running on the Oracle Java environment, running natively on the Mac that I'm recording this on. So you can see the documents over here. This is using the same controls, the same XP Domino view, the same view panel, the same XP Domino document to do all the same stuff. And in here I can go and edit this document, save it. So now you can see it has those, fair enough. And then go back to the Domino application. Now it replicates over. And so you have the data going back and forth. This is fairly standard Darwino technology, but this is importantly using the same data sources that are used on Domino to access Domino data, but now they're pointing at Darwino data on the back end. This becomes more important when you have the same application running on Android. So see here, I will reload the main page since I've added documents. So there you go, there are the documents I've added. Now I can create a new one, create it on Android, save it. So now you can see that the Android at android.com is present. Over here, this is pointing directly at the Darwino database, so it works the same way. This would work offline as well. And then it will come back to the Domino side as well. So you have all of this stuff. You have, pointing at these views, I can sort the data, and then this will, again, using the same kind of view backend technology. And to show show the code that's working here, which is where it becomes particularly useful. So I have a fairly standard XPages application. So I have the XPages, I have a couple Java classes, I have my script library, I have a theme, I have style sheets, normal XPages stuff. And if I go over to Eclipse, you can see these represented in the same way. So I have the XPages classes brought over. So this is the same XPages Java code that you would expect if you look at the local folder in Designer. And you can see I have the same runtime environment class, the environment info. These are the beans and utility classes I was using. Has the same server JavaScript code. It's not complicated, but it is server JavaScript code. And so this is showing that not only can you just load up XPages on a Java EE server, but you can also use this with Domino style data, with this kind of data access in a way where you can bring the code over to a, in this case it's a Maven project or a Gradle project, a standard environment there, and then use that to take your existing code, keep running it as it is, improve it, add new features, and then gradually migrate it over. Say you want to turn it into a React application, you can build your services here. This will work nicely. Say you want to turn it into a JSP application or a Spring Boot application, whatever you want to do. Now it's over in a normal Java EE environment, normal Maven projects, normal everything. And so it becomes much easier to deal with this than it would be dealing with it in an NSF, kind of outside of the confines of that. So this is definitely an in-progress project. We have some enhancements we'd like to do, but this is showing the ability to run the same stuff, the same data access, the same back-end expectations on different platforms, on Darwino and Domino, on Domino and a JEE server, and on Android. And I think this has a lot of potential. Thank you.